greatness family. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, wherever you are. I hope all is well and God is good. So, welcome to another episode of the Greatness Podcast and to my channel. I hope that everyone's having a great day. And today's episode is going to be, again, motivational, but it's going to be a little different. I'm going to let y'all get to know me a little bit well. This video is going to be how I lost 200 pounds. In a year, I lost 230 pounds. And I kept it off in 1 year. I lost 230 pounds in a year. And I lost 200 pounds in 10 months. And the extra 30 came the last 2 months. Just changed things up. So, and I've kept it off. My starting weight was 430 pounds. And my current weight is, I fluctuate between like 209 and 212, 215, something like that. So my current weight is up from my overall goal. My overall goal was to get to 200 pounds. I hit that goal in less than a year. I went from 430 pounds to 200 pounds in less than a year, right around 51 weeks. So 51, 52 weeks, right at a year. And I'm going to share with you how I did that, my journey. So, of course, it all started like a lot of our journeys start as a kid. I've never really been into sweets and you know, like chocolate cakes and cookies and cereals and stuff like that. When I was 8 years old, I used to go to my grandparents' house every summer in Louisiana. And I was real skinny. I was the only skinny person in my family at the time. And my grandmother said, "Oh, we need to put some meat on his bones." So I started taking these Flintstone vitamins. And what Flintstone vitamins used to do, there's been class action suits and all kinds of stuff. What Flintstone vitamins would do, it would enable a kid, they were posed as multivitamins, but it would enable a kid to not receive the proper message from your stomach that you were full or that you were satisfied or when you were or were not hungry. It's a compound called ghrelin. And it would mess with that. And it most definitely messed with mine because I think I gained like 100 pounds in 3 months in the summer. And I went from playing running back to being Crazy Legs. That was my nickname, was Crazy Legs. Because my legs were so skinny, and when I ran, my legs went everywhere. So that was the end of that, I should say that. And of course, I took it in stride. And as a kid, you know, you really didn't realize it or notice it. But growing up in my generation, your friends and kids at school let you know if you were different or something was wrong. And, you know, growing up the fat kid, it caused you to build certain walls and defense mechanisms, I should say, to, you know, guide and protect yourself from those vicious attacks. And the defense mechanism I developed was to be funny and to ultimately be quick-witted with my words and with comebacks and with jokes and stuff like that. I was the life of the party, the class clown. You could say all of those different things. And you know, when people would make a joke, I would get them before they could get me because I knew what was coming. And I had to protect myself. And the best way that I could protect myself is with my words. And so I did that. It kind of shaped who I was and who people perceived me as. But, you know, I was always a positive and happy person. And never really in my mind thought of myself as being overweight because I was never like out of shape. I was never picked last in the sports. Like I was always like, we want Josh, like we want Profit, like first pick. Like I was always a captain because I was always the most athletic, or my team would always win because of my competitive nature. But I was a fat kid. I was overweight, but never out of shape. So it never, in my mind, I never connected those two things with being a parallel. And a lot of people that are overweight don't have that aspect. In America, we have football that is huge. And of course, being a good lineman is a plus to any team. And I, made myself the best lineman I could possibly be, which is pretty good, which got me to things like this. I don't know if y'all can see things like that. Various awards, all different types of things throughout my life. But I was always a large person, but it would only be brought to my attention. I always had girlfriends, always had all the friends. I was always a popular guy, but it would be brought to my attention, like when somebody wanted to bring me down or wrong, like, people would always say something about my weight, but then they say, I can lose weight, but how you gonna change your face? That was one of my comebacks. I can lose weight, but your teeth, you only get one set of teeth. I can lose weight. So, and it became a way of something that was always there, but I tried to work around. And of course, as all football players and all sports athletes, one day comes when your playing day's over. So I had 2 of those dates. So when I graduated from high school, I had a full ride scholarship to Auburn University and did not get my workout, do my grades properly in high school. So I did not I wasn't able to follow through with that. So I got sent home and stayed home for a year, 2006 to 2007. And in that year, I got a job at like Home Depot or something and worked, and I ate every single day. Again, no, I'm not really a cakes and cookie or sweet guy, but my problem was the volume of food, the amount of food that I was eating. I've always liked chicken. Because my dad had got into bodybuilding by the time I was in high school, like middle school and high school. So he had lost all of his weight. My brother had lost all of his weight. So they were like in the gym and bodybuilding and stuff. So I grew up, eating those amounts of food, those kinds of food, but it was the amount I was eating. And by the time I got to high school that year, 2006, 2007, I wasn't working out. I was just down, depressed mentally. I thought I'd blown my football dream, and I was just going to work and eating, watching TV, watching movies, eating and going to work. And I think I gained like 100 more pounds. I was like 300. I was like 300, 310 in high school. And I gained 100 pounds that year. So then another college comes around, finds me, Lambuth University in Jackson, Tennessee, where I met my beautiful wife. So I went to Lambuth, and when I reported to Lambuth, I was 415 pounds. And of course, I was always athletic, could always move, like the speed and agility ladder. No one can beat me through that still to this day. Like was amazing. I was nimble. I could jump. I could, dunk a basket. I could do all types of stuff. I was just huge. And played there my freshman year. Then my sophomore year, Hugh Freeze, who's the current coach at Auburn of all places, he came and he told me, you have amazing athletic ability, but at the weight that you are, you can't play for me. He said, if you don't come back 300, he said, if you don't come back under 330 pounds, you can't play for me. So instead of staying up there that off season, the 3 months, the off season, I went home and I stayed at my brother's house and I trained every single day. And I ate a serious crash diet. So my diet consisted of this. So my day consisted of this. I would wake up in the morning. I would go and train at the gym. I would do cardio and weights at the gym. Then I'd come home and then I would eat my first meal, which was, I would eat my first meal, which was 2 oranges, 2 large navel oranges. And I would have that. Then I would go do football training, like running, sprints, drills, all different types of stuff. I would do my field work. Then I would come back and then I would have my second meal, which was 2 baked chicken breasts, and 12 egg whites. I would eat that in the middle of the day. Then I would go and then I would do like swimming or running. I'd do some type of cardio work for workout number 3. And then I'd come back and then my dinner would be 2 more large oranges. So I was eating 4 oranges a day, 2 in the morning, 2 at night, 2 chicken breasts, 2 bone-in chicken breasts, and without the skin, baked or boiled, and 12 egg whites. That was all I was eating. I did that every single day for 90 days. I lost 100 pounds. I lost 100 pounds in 90 days. I reported to camp. When I left there, I was 415. When I reported to camp, I was 305. I remember, never forget this. I pulled up. Coach Freeze, he saw me. When I pulled up, he said, "Follow me." We went directly to the training room. Stripped my clothes off. Got down to my compression shorts and stuff, and stepped on the scale. And when I stepped on the scale, I knew that I was under 315. I knew I was under 330, but I didn't know how light I was. And the only problem is when my strength conditioning coach saw me, he said, "There's no way you weigh 305 pounds." Because I hadn't changed my body composition. I had just lost the weight in a crash diet way. I looked the same fat person. It was just a smaller version of a fat person. And that is what they saw. They were like, "Oh no, you still look the same. I don't see you ain't losing 100 pounds." So I'm go down there, I step on the scale, 305. He said, "Okay, get your stuff. You can keep your scholarship." Kept my scholarship, played there, did great, All-American, all of that stuff. After college, then my the NFL was my next goal, my ultimate goal. I finally did it, all these things, and that was 2011, and the lockout happened. So dream deferred again. So then I say, okay, God, not meant to do that. So what am I meant to do? So God leads me to another job. Then I get into coaching and mentoring at-risk youth and troubled youth, and coaching in high school. Coaching football, still being around the game because I love it. And that's what I was able to do. But the weight started to creep back up slowly. So we kept working out. I would play like in a flag football league just to stay around it. My college roommate we worked together, and some other guys I played college football with, we all worked together. So we would all, of course, still go and work out. But I was working out, but I wasn't eating properly. So when I would work out, we were eating chicken wings, and not to me, we were doing everything, pizza and stuff like that. So I gained muscle, but the number kept going up and my size kept getting bigger, bigger, bigger. So then I did that for a few years. So then I fast forward. So all this time I'm slowly but surely gaining weight, but I think that I'm still training and working out. I've always been athletic, so it's never really clicked in my mind. Then fast forward about 5 more years to where I come to and then COVID hit a few years ago. So COVID hits. I lose back up. Before that, I get divorced. I get I lose my job, and my life falls apart. And I start drinking, which is the worst thing that you can do. So I started drinking, stopped working out, kept eating. Weight exploded. Went from about 370 to up to what you'll be seeing now. Which was when I was at my lowest. I was 430 pounds. I was miserable. It was just terrible. So fast forward to a few years ago with COVID, and I actually got to the lowest point of my life when I was separated from my wife and kids, and I saw a post. The post said, every 20 pounds you lose, or like it was like every 5 pounds you lose is an extra like 20 days on your life or something. Potentially, they wasn't saying guaranteed, but the health benefits of losing weight, they were trying to make a point. So I said, okay, so let me put this in my mind. I said, so what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to break it down like this. Every day that I work out is an extra day that I add to the end of my life with my kids. So every day that I work out is extra 2 days. Every day I work out is extra 2 days that I get. So I said, okay, cool. I'm going to work out every day so I can put it on the end of my life. Every day that I get healthy and do what's right, I'm putting it on the end of my life and just reinvesting in myself. So did that. Then COVID hit. Then I was at a coaching job. I was separated from my wife. She was here in New Zealand, and I was in America. And I just walked by the mirror one day and I didn't recognize myself. And it finally hit me that you are a big, fat man. And if you want to change, if you want what you're seeing in the mirror to line up with who you actually are, who God put in your spirit and your soul, then you need to change. So what did I do? I took all the knowledge of all the training, and over the course of these 10 or 15 years I'm telling this story, I have tried every single diet and exercise plan known to humans, known to Earth. Every single exercise plan and diet plan. All of them. Atkins, beach diet, vegan, fruit only, water only, juice diet, smoothies, carnivore, keto, intermittent fasting, 1 meal a day, no food, seafood diet, what is it? A pescatarian, vegetarian, everytarian there is. Seriously, I tried and did it all. Until I came to the realization that this cannot be a diet. This has to be a lifestyle change to where certain things I just don't do. It's not that, in 8 weeks I'll be able to do that again, because that was the vicious cycle that I was on, that I put myself on, that diet culture teaches us inadvertently. They teach us that inadvertently. Oh, you're going to do this diet for 12 weeks. Well, then what do I do after the 12 weeks? Go back to eating hamburgers and hot dogs and pizza every meal? So, we have to understand that that's the culture. It cannot be a diet. It has to be a lifestyle change. And with a lifestyle change, it's also easier on your mental state, because I'll tell you this right now, and I've said this before, and I tell all my clients this. Losing weight and getting in shape and living a healthier life is 100% mental. I'm sorry, we won't say 100% because you got to go to the gym. 98% mental. It's literally like breaking up with someone. Like, it's emotional. It's emotional. You mentally have to prepare yourself to where it's like breaking up with someone. Like, you can't, like, something that you do every day, you've been hanging around them, you've been, that's you wake up to, you go sleep over their house, they sleep over your house. You're in a relationship, y'all see each other, y'all call each other, y'all a part of everyday life. Everything that you bought, y'all bought together. Everything that you've done, y'all have done together. You built a life with each other. And now it's over. You literally have to close. I've held my hand up to my face like this, or just kept my eyes down and driven past the Burger King or driven past the Popeyes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like frying oil and cooking oil and stuff like that. I can't buy it. Just don't buy it. I don't go down that aisle. I make a list for shopping. I go in, I get the list, I come out, because if you really, I want to call them, I want to text them, you want to stalk their page, you want to follow them, you want to ghost follow them, you want to do all that, you can't do that. You want to sneak a peek, the sneaky link, you're going to have, I'm just going to have a bite. No, you have to break up with it. Seriously. And when I figured that out and I actually got my mind right and was able to do that, it made all the difference in the world. And the way I did it was, I was looking into how people were losing a massive amounts of weight. How did they lose this weight? And I kept coming up on these surgeries. So I said, okay, surgery this, surgery that. And I looked at what they had to do, found some outlines of some diet, like on PDFs and stuff online. And I said, wait a minute, this is just portion control. I said, so let me adapt this. Because if you eat a lot, your stomach will stretch. If I don't eat a lot, my stomach should go down, right? Right. Did research on how the stomach works. Did research on overeating, undereating, all of those things. What actually happened with the bypass or the sleep, whatever one it is. There was like 5 different surgeries. I don't even know. So what did they actually do? Oh, it creates a smaller pocket so you can only get this amount of food in your stomach, and it causes you to feel full with a small amount of food. I said, oh, so all I have to do is condition my brain, condition myself, condition my body to be satisfied with smaller amounts of food. I said, okay. And then I paired that with, I work out intensely. I still work out like I'm training for some folks to be in the gym. Like, bro, who you play for? I'm playing the ultimate game, the game of life. And so I tell people all the time, I'm like, I told myself really, I said, if I could take this and adopt this small meal and be satisfied with that, along with how I'm already working out, and then pair it with doing it every day, get a routine down where I do it every day. And for people that don't know, it was a blessing, because I'm being a college football coach. Your life is scripted. All 24 hours of your day, every day, is planned out, is scripted for you. You have to. If not, you won't be doing it long. And thank God that, number one, I don't mind waking up early. Number two, my schedule was scripted. Number three, I was living by myself. So I was able to really take a hard look at my self-inventory and put myself in a position to where I couldn't fail. I was doing my grocery shopping. I was setting my alarm. I was living alone. I couldn't come be with my family because of COVID. The country was locked. They weren't allowing people in New Zealand. And I said, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a year and I'm going to do this every single day. And I knew that I took an inventory, all the things that I did in the past that failed. One of the major things was I always used to set a big goal and put a time frame on it. I'm going to lose 100 pounds in 90 days. See that look that came on my face? Your subconscious mind does that immediately. Like, Okay. Right. So your body's going to fight that consciously and subconsciously without you even noticing it. And one thing about it, motivation fades. It comes and goes. It is fickle. You are not going to be motivated every day. Discipline is your number one friend, to where you have to go whether you feel like it or not every single day. And that's what I prided myself on doing. I got to a point to where I told myself that no matter what, every single day I'm going to wake up and do this. And it got to the point to where there was at no point in time I was going to fail, because I laid out every single second of my life, every single second of every day. And I told myself, either I'm going to do this or I'm going to die trying. There is no end date until I get to my goal weight. I have to be able to do this, not only to prove to myself that I can do it, but to prove to other people in my family, in my life, people that I talk to. I was a personal trainer and I was 430 pounds. It wasn't until my clients actually saw that I knew what I was talking about and they were getting results, so where they were like, oh, okay. But then it always brings the question is, if he can do this for me, why can't he do it for himself? What was the disconnect? And the disconnect was the mental aspect of it. I knew what to do. I knew how to do it. Now I just had to condition myself and set myself up to be able to do it. There was no going back for me, really. There was no going back. There was no way I was going to be like, I'm straight. So I finally got to a point to where I said, and I told myself, my new goal is this. I'm going to set up small goals, achievable goals, and I'm going to check these boxes every day. I'm going to wake up early. I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to get into bed by this time. I'm going to eat that. I'm going to eat at this times. I'm only going to drink these type of liquids. I'm not going to do these things. And that's what I did. And my number one goal was wake up and be at a weight lighter than I was yesterday. It wasn't, I'm going to lose 5 pounds a week. I'm going to do this, because as soon as you don't hit 5 pounds a week, that doubt starts creeping in. That starts creeping in. That starts creeping in. Oh, well, I'm only supposed to lose 5 pounds a week. I actually lost 10. Let me go have a pizza to reward myself. Wrong. No, my goal was I'm going to wake up lighter than I was yesterday. And I wrote down every single day and what my weight was every single morning when I woke up. I weigh myself still to this day every day. So that's one of the things that you had to do. The mental aspect of it was the key. It was, and I tell my clients these 3 things: consistency, intensity, and portion control are the 3 main ingredients to losing weight and getting in shape and keeping it off. Because when I finally hit my goal of 200 pounds in less than a year, it didn't even seem like it. Because it had become a way of life. I didn't even realize I had been on a diet for 12 months. And I had never been on one longer than 3 months consistently. And even in those 3 months, you were eating, you were doing it, unless it was life or death, like scholarship or back home, then I did it. But like when I got like out in the real world, like it was always like, I'll have some chicken wings. I'll just eat 10, not my normal 40. I'll have a 20 piece, not my normal 40. Now I can't eat more than 6 chicken wings because my stomach has shrunk. And I've conditioned myself to, this is enough. This is satisfying. Fill yourself up with salad or fill yourself up with vegetables. Don't fry it. Everything doesn't have to be fried. So if it's not fried, you can't eat it. So I had to adapt those lifestyle changes and put it into my life. And slowly but surely, it came to a point to where I could also eat and enjoy those things from time to time because I was also controlling my portions. Like I said, my Taco Tuesday, I had Taco Tuesday. I ate Taco Bell every Tuesday for 52 weeks straight. I had Taco Bell, I had fast food every week. I would have two Taco Supremes. They were 300 calories a piece. So that's 600 calories. It was my last meal of the day at 7 o'clock, 6:30, 7 o'clock, my last meal of the day. I did legs on Tuesday. So there was a huge caloric expenditure day. And Tuesday was our hardest football practice. So I was doing a lot, moving a lot, doing a lot, burning a lot outside of the gym. And that is another key. You have to have an active lifestyle. The more active you are in your lifestyle, the more calories you burn outside of the gym. So I had a very active lifestyle, and I'd have my 1, 2, not my normal 9, 8, or 9 Taco Supremes from Taco Bell. 2 satisfied me. And to this day, I can't eat more than 2 of them. I get full off 2. And at one point, I was eating 10 to 12 of them in one meal, one sitting. So I tell people all the time, you can still have, and tell my clients, you can still have what you want. It just has to be in moderation, and you have to time it right. So those are the ways. That's a little bit into my weight loss journey. I don't want to keep you guys too long, but that's a little bit of my weight loss journey of how I got up to 430 pounds and got all the way down to 200 pounds. And now, of course, over the last, what is this now? Over the last 6 months, I've, been lifting more and trying to put more muscle on and doing things like that. So I've gone up to like 210, 215, but I'm still under that 200 pound loss mark. But overall, I lost 230 pounds in a year, in 12 months. 200 pounds in 10 months by doing those things. And I also train people and give them my outline. I take everyone, and when I finally found this key, I wanted to share it. I take my clients, I talk to them, get an outline of their life, and tell them how they can do these things and continue to chase the greatness of the weight and the body and the lifestyle that they want by doing these certain things. And of course, everyone's goal is different. Everyone's starting point is different. Everyone's level of physical activity is different. So everything is specific to each individual person. But there are some universal truths that I found because I've had a sedentary life. I had a very active lifestyle. I've done every single diet and every single exercise and workout plan known to man. So I just hope, that they help y'all, and, you can do it. You have to get the mental side of it. Free your mind and your body will follow. So you have to know that the mental side of it is most important. You control what you put in your mouth. The cookie is trying to attack you. You don't have to hold the cookie back from getting in your mouth. You're putting it in there. And there's nothing wrong with having it. Just have one. You don't have to eat 9. You don't have to eat the whole sleeve of Oreos. Turn it over on the back, read the label, and have the serving. 4 of them is how many calories? And once you start measuring your food, you will really start to see just how much you're eating. A lot of people don't know how many calories. 9 out of 10 of my clients say, well, how many calories a day do you eat? I don't know. Okay. So you do realize that one serving of rice, which is like, well, let's say one donut is, let's say, 400 calories. How many did you eat? I don't know. I had 6 or 7. So you had 6 or 7 donuts. Yeah. Or I ate a whole bag of popcorn. There's 4 servings in that one bag of popcorn. So whatever you see on the back, you have to times that by 4. One bag is 4 servings. So what you see on the label times 4, unless it's broken down in per bag and per this. But that we can get into that. So you got to be aware and take ownership of your greatness, your body, your mind, what you put in your body. You take control of that, the sky's the limit. You can do anything you want to do. So guys, but there'll be a part 2 to this, to where we'll get more in depth into the ins and outs of the plan. If you want to be, coached by me, if you want to be trained by me, if you want to be mentored by me, I'm also a life coach, motivational speaker. If you want to be mentored or reach out to me, follow me on TikTok, follow me on IG. My social media will be coming up now. Follow me on here, subscribe on here, comment below, like this video, comment and let me know that you would like to have a consultation with me. You'd like to talk, you'd like to do anything with me. You'd like to talk more. You'd like for me to coach you. I do online and in-person coaching and training. And the beautiful thing about it is, I'd say I'm different because I'm also on the journey. I see a lot of the trainers that I would see or follow, like, you've been skinny your whole life, bro. Or ma'am. You've never been me. You never had 200 pounds staring at you. You've never stepped on a scale and said, damn. Or picked a number that, you didn't have to lose half of your body weight. A whole nother person. Literally, like the weight of a whole nother person. A 230-pound man, I lost that. And I'm still 200 pounds. So I'm on the journey with you. I'm here. Look, there's going to be plenty more videos. You guys be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more. We'll keep it coming at you. So I hope you got something from that. I love you guys. I know this video ran a little long, but hey, got to get it in. I love you. I love you. I love you. You can do whatever you put your mind to. God is with you, and I'm with you. And as always, keep grinding.